What's good, y'all? Hey, today's video is going to be a revision on the mental projector illustration that I already uploaded. The first one is raw and uncut, all right? And this time is going to be a little bit cleaner and a little bit more concise so I could fit the times, okay? I want to shorten it. I want to make it in less than 15 minutes. So, to understand the mental projector, I'm going to illustrate to you guys. First, we want to understand the difference between sight and vision. I did a video illustrating the clear difference between sight and vision. Sight is what you're utilizing right now to receive the image of me through this screen, through this camera, and as you can see, I'm shining like that. You dig? So vision is a correlation of our mental capacity and utilizing the light within us to produce an image. Now, where is that image seen? Well, it's not seen with the two eyes. So this is the difference between sight and vision. Okay, so I'm going to be utilizing the observation of a cinema projector to show us the movement of light and light energy that they use to create movies or for them to illustrate movies to other people to watch. So let's go over here and move over here to YouTube right quick. And I'm going to show y'all how we do this. Yes. So let's watch this video here. Cinema projector, you can pull this up. This is the channel that has uploaded the video. Let me move myself out the way. Or you gotta move me out the way.
Camera speed. Now, here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet.
All right, before I let this video run, right, I'm gonna preface it with this. So as we observe this, I want us to understand that as we observe, we look outside, everything that we can see outside could potentially tell us about what's going on inside if we're able to see and correlate the illustrations, because all is God. So when you understand that, it's not something that you walk around just looking for the matches all the time. You really just be quiet and let your heart tell you, you know, what's the real song. You dig what I'm saying? Then you get to hear the notes, you get to see the chords, and you can see how this shit all connect. You dig? Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna preface it with. And we're not gonna watch the entire video. I'm just gonna show you guys about 1 minute of it, and then let's do that.
16,000 separate photographs. Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Now we'll build a projection machine to show the pictures on a screen. The film unwinds from the reel and rewinds onto another reel after it runs through the projector. To throw the picture on the screen, there is a bright light with a reflector behind it to send the light rays in the right direction, and a lens to concentrate the light. The film passes a hole or aperture which lets the light go through only one picture at a time. There is another lens to focus the pictures on the screen. By adjusting the lenses, the picture can be made sharp and clear. Let's start the machine moving. The still pictures blur because they're moving all the time. This won't do it all. We need something to hold each picture still long enough for us to look at it in between the changes. When the film is started and stopped in rapid succession, the eye sees the changes being made, and the result is streaks instead of movies. So we need a shutter to cut off the light while every change of picture is being made, and let light through only while the film is standing still. Surprising as it seems, you never see a motion picture while it is actually moving. The only time a movie moves is when the shutter keeps you from seeing the change of picture.
So if you've never understood how movies work, you should have at least a little bit of picture, okay? So I want to talk about a couple of things really quickly before we get into the presentation, all right? I'm going to point some stuff out and I'm going to reiterate them in a second because I know we learn by repetition. Beginning stage, a whole bunch of film, all right? And he needed to reel the film in order for it to be presented. That's the first thing, organization of the information. That's what it says to me, right? So he reels it all the way up, and then he lets us see the diagram, the illustration of the two reels, all right? So at any point in time, you go to a class, you go to a seminar, go to a church setting or something like that, and there's illustration going on, someone's demonstrating something, you have to understand they're coming out here with a full reel, all right? The full reel. Outside of that type of circumstance, if you're by yourself now and you're telling your own story to yourself, there's a full reel. So you have to understand what you already have wound up. This is what I'm bringing in this clarity. The first reel is bringing the new content, and the second reel is winding it up so that it will be wound at the end of the day. This correlates with the conscious and the subconscious, because when you understand the conscious mind is the illustration of thought, where is the thought illustrated? Where every single time you want to draw something, well, where do you draw it at? The subconscious. Okay, so if the information of right now is going to the subconscious, we are also understanding that our light, which is the divine spark of God within each and every single one of us, what's up with the 1111? So we understand the divine spark of God within each and every single one of us is shining the light of God, which is the awareness and the acceptance on whatever the film is, whatever is being shown on the film. All right, this is very important. I'm going to really go back through all of this, so don't have to rewind. All right, the second thing he brought into the situation is condenser. All right, now this caused the light to become focused and very pinpoint on the frame at hand, which is I'm about to show y'all. But the condenser is really important. Why? Because when you think about the word condense, what do you think about? Condense. Well, think about a cloud, for example. How do you condense a cloud? Well, clouds already condense because it's a process of holding water in the form of a gas. So now it's released from the gas, it's in a liquid state within condensed water. Well, what does condensed water look like? It looks like ice, because ice is a condensed form of water. Condensing brings things to a, what's that word? Thank you. A more solidified, thank you. It brings it to a more solidified form. That's probably the best words. You dig what I'm saying? It brings it to a solidified point of form, which means that it's just going to be more solidified than a previous version. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, yes. So,
and a lens to...
They also have a lens, all right? A lens is something that brings in the point of focus. And now you can see over here on the right-hand side, the light is focused on that one frame. I'm going to go back all through all of this. Not with them, but I'm going to do it with me. So, I'm going to show y'all. What else I want to point? Okay, this is another very, very important point too. Now that the light is hitting the frame, you can see what's going on, but you can't really see clearly what's going on until you actually project that light onto another screen. This is very important because this spinner over here, hopefully you guys can see the little hover of my pen. This thing right here is very important because this speaks to the ability for individual to either accept or deny something that they place their eyes on, because this is how we're going to create in this reality. We can't really take in everything. We have to observe everything and choose what we take in. Okay, so I'm about to go through all of this, and I just want to give you guys a little quick breakdown as we jump into the video. So let's go back over to my dashboard so we can start drawing this. You dig what I'm saying? So the first and most important aspect that we're going to start with, because there's a lot of important aspects now that I think about it, is the input. All right. So I'm going to write this for y'all. All right. Can I write this? Thank you. All right. Now it seems like my guy is only trying to stay in a certain space. Hold up. So I'm going to have to hide myself and come back and see. All right. So we're working with the technicals out here. Okay. I see. Well, damn. I didn't know they had it popping like that. All right, boom. All right, boom. So we good. So I'm going to show it myself. Slide to the right like that. Yeah, yeah. So input is the first important thing I want to bring up. All right. Now that's pretty huge. I know aunties could see, but they don't need to see that close. Input. And this is determining based of our 5 senses. And y'all gonna have to affirm for me. My handwriting getting better every time. But not for real. So when we are understanding how this projector works, because we ourselves are a representation of a projector, that's the reason why we can see it outside. You dig what I'm saying? So when we want to get clear on this, we want to understand what's coming in through the reel. because now we're going to talk about how the real and everything works, but we want to understand what's in that real. What's in the real is based upon what we pick up from our five senses. All right. This is the primary form of input. Now, there's another form of input where an individual could create with a sixth sense what they want to input, which is what we're going to also talk about. But on a regular basis, if someone has not been doing the work and they have not been expanding the light within them, we're talking about five senses here. You dig what I'm saying? So, I just realized my face wasn't moving this whole time. All right, so pretty much, error while opening camera. So pretty much, I'm gonna have to figure out how this shit really bet. So we're good, and I'm gonna use it like this. So a regular person, as we understood, is utilizing the five senses to interpret what they're bringing into their reality. All right. So this is the reason why it's very important, is because we have to learn how to observe our senses, but not take in what our senses observe, because there's a choice that we have to make there. The choice is, do I want this? Do I believe this? Do I promote this to my own mind? Okay. This is the understanding I want us to have, because this is how we're going to focus the mental projector. Y'all remember in the video, the image was there, but the bitch wasn't clear. He showed us around here. The image was there.
In rapid succession, the eye sees the changes being made, and the result is streaks in.
But it wasn't clear. So we want to get clear with the image that we're creating. So after we now understand the five senses, this is what's going on. The image from the five senses come into our mental factory, all right? And we produce an image based on what we've seen. So this is where a lot of people are. Let me show you. All right, so we're going to talk about John right here. And I know it's getting better, Auntie. We're going to talk about John right here. And in his mental projection, right, he sees his plants as they are. He's mad because them bitches not growing. He like, yo, what's going on? I done bought the seeds. I got the soil. Like, yo. The problem here is that Brother John over here, he's not utilizing his mental focus to a higher projection. So he's only seeing what he sees in his mind. So he gets what he sees in his mind. So what he puts in his mind is based on what he sees. He's not going to get anything else. You understand? Because he's utilizing the results of right now to determine what he thinks is going to look like. It's never going to grow. It can't grow because you're not letting it. So this is what John need to really do. He need to actually stop, put his hands down, put the soil down, put the gloves down, put the seeds down, put the shovel down, and he needs to create a new mental image, because that's the only way this shit's going to change for real. So in his mental image, if he sees his trees looking like this before he gets to gardening, this is how you work the projector, right? So now I'm going to go into a little bit more clarity about why this is so important. Is because we're creating a forward positive motion. And I use the word forward on purpose because everybody knows what it means to move. You move forward. You're in the lane. Which way you going? Forward. You understand? But the forward outside of movement is the movement of the mind. Okay? Y'all read a book, right? And the shit got a foreword. The foreword in the book tell you a little bit about the book, a little bit about why the book is here, a little bit about where the book is trying to go and shit like this. You want to understand that everybody has this, and it's called imagination. But I'm utilizing the form of word mental projector so that niggas could hold this shit for real. Because imagination sound like a whole planet of land and nobody know where it's at. You understand? Because it's a big word and make it feel real big and everything feels large and far. And I want this shit to be real close to home. You understand? So I'm using the words mental projector, not because that's what I'm calling it that. You want to call it something different? Feel free, because it is what you say it is. So this is the reason why I'm saying this, because a lot of people are seeing a circumstance, they see their situation, and their situation tell them how to vision. So they're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere because they're not knowing that the eyes are liars. The eyes only let you know what caught up to you. Because I'm going to go ahead and say this. The eyes are showing us things of the past. They are. Because we know time moves and time flies, as they say. Well, let me show you how the mind flies too. Okay? This is the way. Mental projection. You have to create it first and then it comes. If you don't create it, how's it going to come? What's coming if you didn't create it? You understand? Nothing. So Yeah, most people can't understand why they're not moving forward is because they're allowing a circumstance to tell them how to vision. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to correct this. We got to correct this. And a lot of times it really means by stop doing everything that you're trying to effort and creating in mind first, because this is the first time you possess it. I got to check out my other video, difference between or understanding between sight and vision, just so y'all can have the clarity, because this is a higher picture, a higher HD picture. Let's say this is an HD picture, a higher definition, a higher dimension. Let's put some words on it. And this a standard, or this not even the standard. Let's say today's dimension. I don't know. We're going to figure it out together. Today's dimension. So if you see this shit based on today's dimension, you're already lost, because today is a accumulation of the past thoughts. So in order for you to actually change the shit you're looking at, you got to think about it next. And then it comes. It's like this. I'm going to go down to the illustration really quickly, and then we're going to finish up the inputs talk. All right. So in this image right here, right, if we were to say this is a movie, and appreciation for the Black Panther energy that's rising up and standing up around the whole entire world, thanks to our brother Chadwick Boseman for his impeccable life design. You dig what I'm saying? So imagine this movie right here is the Black Panther. All right. Now this is the movie of the Black Panther. So if I said I wrote this movie, right, and we know the beginning, but I start to talk about something that's not really happening right now, I'm talking about something that's in the middle of the movie, probably like somewhere in here. How am I going to see that? Well, I'm going to see it once it comes through the machine and I can see it in the present moment. You dig what I'm saying? So if I'm creating my own life movie, what I say right now, what I create in my mind, it goes into the further aspects of the spool. And I just have to keep living until I see what I said I was going to see, because I'm writing the script. I'm trying to show y'all something really, really important. I hope y'all can see this. All right, so let's go back over here to the senses. All right, so this is what happens. You look at what's going on right now. You decide on how you would rather it be, and then you got to start blocking the senses. So I got to write blocking here. And I know I just mix caps and lowers. Okay. We got to know blocking. All right. And blocking is very key. It comes in where you understand what you're seeing and what you choose to see. You dig? And I know somebody might say, well, that's being, you're ignoring. No, we're taking full responsibility here. Full responsibility for what we're seeing, why we're seeing it, and also what we choose to see next. Okay. Because if you just commit to acceptance of the present moment, then you actually fall into the slumber of the past, because everything around you is accumulation of the past moments already. So if you're focusing on what you are seeing right now, you are left behind by yourself, because you're not aligning with your awareness, which is a light of God within you. So you have to make sure the light is shining on a spot in the world, in your own reality, that you actually want to see. Because if you're shining on the laundry, the reason why the laundry ain't washed, you're shining on the reason why this is not taken care of, and you shine it on, then your mind's going to just play that story for you in the next coming clips. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to bring this into y'all in a sense that it's 2020. I'm a transmitter. I know this knowledge, and I'm going to break it down in the most supermarket form. Nigga, this is Walmart, this shit. Amazon Prime, this shit right now. This knowledge. You dig? So let's move this guy out the way. All right, let's close. How you close that? Oh, click that. All right, bet that. So now that we understood the senses, we have to understand the blocking. I spoke on that a little bit. How does that really look? Just to put it into context so that we could continue on this walk around the block. Blocking is, it is standing at the door. I like to say those words, stand at the door, because it's like a bouncer at a party. Yes, I do need to pay this fucking car bill, because this shit's in the mail right now. Yes, I know. Oh, $300. I know. It's got to go. I got to send it. I'm going to have it because they need it. So I need it too. So needs are always met at every point in time, because every point in time we in the space of God. Yes, yes. And then just write paid on that bitch. That's how you block. But at the same time, you have to also put your beliefs and energy form into the aspect that all your fucking shit is paid off. And that's where you have to be. You got to be over here in the mind, paid off. Even though right now your bank balance say 157. Because they ain't getting shit right now. Let's be honest. 300, 150. Nigga ain't getting shit right now. Y'all gonna have to wait. It's coming though. I know, because I said it. Now it's on the way. So y'all be good in a little bit. But that's the facts. That's really how it works. I'm going to tell y'all that. You dig what I'm saying? I only come with the goods because that's all I ask for. So now we understand the blocking, right? Input, blocking. What else do you want to know about the mental projector? Well, I'm super excited that you asked. Let's go over here into the actual diagram of the physical cinema projector so I can show y'all a little bit of aspect of how this shit relate to us. So this is what they do, by the way. They create things for us to figure ourselves out. Y'all got to understand. So when they write shit, books, they put shit out there, we really supposed to just rework this shit for us. Basically. That's really what we're supposed to be doing. They make this shit so that we can make our shit on point. That's all. We're supposed to use them as a table example. Like, oh, table salt. Well, we know not to use that. So we're going to rock with the Himalayan pink sea salt or whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that because someone need to hear that. But let's go over here into the lamp now. So we're talking about the projector. We're talking about the parts inside of here. So we're going to start all the way. Well, let's start where people know of. Y'all know about the film, right? Y'all know about the film. But the film's not really important because if you had a whole roll of film, well, it's actually a reel. I'll write that for y'all. And I remember in the other video I put the polar homonym of real, which is, you have to understand polar homonyms. I'm gonna make a video on that, REAL, because you can see what's real is really what you put in your reel, because you're the one writing the movie and it's about the light that you shine on. So it's not really about what's going on. That's past. It's only about what you want to go on, and that's what we have at last, because you got to see what you got, because that's what we're gonna have at the last. You dig what I'm saying, bro? So the lamp, right? The lamp, I'm gonna refer to this as our consciousness, all right? The light of God within us, because we are our light. This is the reason why we're here with light power, because love is presented. Love is presented because I am. So because I can, I am, I can, and I will. Because so this is a lamp, all right? This is a source of light inside the projection of the movie projector. Now, right in front of the lamp is a condenser, all right? And this condenser brings everything into form so that you could see the light in a more precise way, because the lamp is just a spread out beacon of light, right? But the condenser brings it to a finite point. This is how pretty much our ego presents itself, because our ego utilized to bring ourselves to a finite point of conception where we can see, I know me, I see me, because I'm condensed in this form. I'm trying to show y'all. So, well, I'm not trying. I'm showing y'all. Y'all getting it. This is so dope. I'm excited. And I just flipped that bitch. Y'all see how I flipped the script? You got to be at the movie. You got to be at the, you got to be there and flip the script for yourself. It's your movie, dude. So, that's a condenser. It brings all the light to a particular spot. Now, the rotating shutter, as we learned in illustration, is very important because it allows for the individual to see or not to see what's going on the script, because as this film keeps moving, if there's not a split second, then you're going to see all the images become one image, and it's not going to be able to be like interpretable by the eyes. Basically, it'll be moving too fast. It's like if I move my hand across the screen right here, you know what I'm saying, how fast does it need to be so y'all can see it? Well, it actually needs to slow down a little bit so that y'all can see it. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the reason why they got this rotating shutter right here, and it's slowing down the image, because it shows you a black aspect in such a small fraction of a second. Your eyes able to accept the next image as it's newly presented. You understand? So what is this really all about? Well, if we understand this rotating shutter, we got to understand the rotating shutter of our own mind, and we got to shut some shit out when we see a motherfucking bank balance of $330 because that's not what it's supposed to be. So we really see as it is right now, but we know that money is a moving motion. So we're going to put this shit to motion and we're going to see this bitch work because we're going to put these dead presidents back to work. You dig what I'm saying? And when they come back from work, they going to come with some change. You dig? So the motherfucking bank balance going to see some change because we done sent these niggas to work and in form of investment, right? The shit comes back. They off job now. And now the bank balance say 450. Damn, we done flipped something. Great. Congratulations. Congratulations. You done flipped something. That's what's up. Okay. So now let's talk about the film right now. Because this is a feed spool. Y'all know the feed on Instagram? Yeah, this shit is going to spoon feed you. This shit spoon feeding us right now. If you're real right now, ain't showing you the life you really want to see, you got some bad clips, babe. You got some bad clips. Now, they say they call photos and shit, but let's talk about, we at the production seat right now. We the movie producer. You dig what I'm saying? So, let's understand this full reel. Let's imagine this reel is the full aspect. The movie didn't start yet. I gotta move me. Hold up. Always gotta move me sometimes. So this on full, and this gonna be the empty reel. Now I don't have my timestamp. Empty. Right? So what's going on is we have to decide what's in the reel. Because that's what's real for us. And we only gotta take what we want, really, because everything else is not our stuff. You dig? So, as this is full, this is empty. This reflect conscious and subconscious, all right? Because the conscious and the subconscious are alternating intervals of mind as they're observed. They're always in the same spot, but we observe them differently because once you start observing your mind, now you're standing in a conscious spot by observing the subconscious, the things that move around without nobody else seeing them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the observer, and let's say in the meditation, you're holding the space of the consciousness, and now you get to see this reel. Just keep on spinning all the shit that got. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of like another illustration I'm bringing in, but that's just for the side folks. You dig? So when we're understanding this from the mental projecting aspect, we want to know that everything that we decide to see is in the full reel right now. It is not happening next time. It is happening right now. There is never a better time. So how to make this super clear? Well, I'll ask you a question and see if you could see your movie reel. So, where were you on your last birthday? On your last Earth Day? On your last solar return? Where were you? Because you could have been a lot of places, but it was a particular day, so you already know what to look for. Oh, yes, we did do a cookout. Yes. And then we had a vegan potluck. Okay, I remember. And then Rebecca came. Okay, you understand. This showing you the movie reel. You a projector. You a consciousness. We are consciousness here. We are in place of God on this planet Earth. That's what we are. And we can see anything we choose to see, but it's about if we're standing at the door of choice. We just left the door of choice and started letting every motherfucker in based on Instagram, based on coronavirus, based on MSNBC and CNN and MSN, whatever niggas are. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their numbers are. We got to understand that we're the ones dictating how the movie goes. And I'm going to show y'all some true vision for real. So we can have something to look forward to. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's really what you want. You want something to look forward to in your own life based on your own placement of thoughts. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm setting people free. I'm showing them the light in their mind right now. And I'm fucking excited. This shit is awesome. And the best part about it, you don't even need me after this. You can just pull up this image, Google search cinema projector parts, and just work this bitch. You dig what I'm saying? Let this information go far. Yeah, okay. So that's the illustration of the full and the empty. You also know that once this the movie starts and the information is now being streamed to the reel, the full reel starts to empty because it's not that long. The movie's only about 350,000 clips, let's say. So as that is being poured out, the subconscious is taking it in. So how is it taking it in? Well, that means we got to zoom in so I can show you. This is exactly where it's happening at. Okay, rotation. Let's get that in the rotation. All right, boom. So this is it right here. This is what y'all want to see. The reason why what is coming in through the conscious is being injected into the subconscious is because we placing our light on it. That is why. So when I say stand at the door, you need to be the rotating shutter, my nigga. You need to be right there. You need to be right there. And it takes some work. You can't just wake up one day and be there unless you did the work last night. You understand what I'm saying? It takes work. You're going to have to get there by yourself. You got to take your soul through the journey of understanding what you already have in your real so that you can know what's real and what's not real. Because we've been accepting a lot of shit. And then we also have to talk about the habitual nature of the ego mechanism, because the ego likes to say some shit based on what it sees. I'll give y'all a little excerpt real quick. Actually, I'm not going to give y'all this excerpt because I just saw the whole picture is a little bit too much to work through. Let me go ahead and explain more about the film, and let me clear up this image, then we'll move on to the next image. All right? So the film is coming in block by block. Block by block. All right? And I think I already explained this, but the rotating shutter stops the image from being presented once the last one is just being received. So in a true form, this means like if you just finished your mental projection, you went to a meditation to clear the noise, then you stepped into the mental projector so that you could project your own image, and you just saw your bank balance fluctuating around 30,000 and 37,000 because you got expenses and shit. Now, when you leave the mental projection, the meditation's over and you got to go wash your ass, and you grab your phone, you got a notification from Wells Fargo, and you open up that app, your rotating shutter got to be on when you see that bank balance of 700, because that shit don't match. But it's okay though, because today's a new day, and I'm going to send these little niggas to work, and I'm going to see if they bring the change. You see, I'm just giving y'all the codes right now, so just let them unfold. But yeah. And also, I just noticed they got a gate right here. I didn't even see the gate now. Now that just speaks to more of what I'm saying. Because now we understand that the rotating shutter kind of like the peephole. And I got to check and know, do I need to accept this? Or does this shit need to roll with the rest? Because I'm creating this movie here. So don't try to interject some film. No, bitch. That's not how my movie ends. That's what we got to start saying to these Instagram folks who just posting content to post. No, bitch. I'm writing a movie here. I don't know. My voice is getting a little bit scratchy over here, just screaming at the camera. But I'm passionate about this because I know it's inspiring somebody, and that's what I do. You dig what I'm saying? So, now we are knowing that we could choose the film content that is introduced into our projector. And as we place our consciousness on it, we are projecting that light forward into the experience called physical reality. So this is the reason why this shit come out this way. You dig what I'm saying? That's why it come out this way, because we place our light on it from the inside. See, these eyeballs take in, all right? The projector I'm talking about push out from the heart space, push out from the mind's eye, the third eye, you understand? And you're able to perceive an image. It's not really about, you know what I'm saying, no colors and shit and fucking neon lights and shit like that. People like to just make shit pop. I don't know, let it pop. But how my image works is very subtle. It's almost like a holographic glistening over top the image. But let's say, for example, let's close our eyes together and just picture something real quick. It's going to be a little fictional thing. It's going to be like item or object or something. What's coming up next? All right, boom. So let's imagine that we see right now a candle. You got the image? All right, let's see what happens when I say a big red. See, some of y'all went to the gum. Hold up. A big red candle. Now what's the image? Okay. Now imagine this big red candle is burning. Got a flame on top. Okay. It wasn't there before. Now it's there now. Now let's see and say this big red candle is burning, and I can see a teardrop form of wax on the side. Now that shit disappeared too. Now I could just see a little bit more of this wax start to drip down. All I see is getting about a 1/4 inch now. Oh, about halfway down. And it starts to pool around the candle in a form of, you see it? Bro, I know y'all seen that. I know y'all seen that. Why? Because we all mental projectors and we create our own life image. It's about how you see yourself. You got to see yourself from the space in which you see yourself now, even though it don't look like that when you look around. You dig what I'm saying? And I'll make sure that this is a super activation, so you're going to get all the way there. So this a mental projector, this illustration I wanted to bring. And I feel super excited about this because I talked to you guys about how all the parts correspond with the human mechanism. The what's this thing? The alignment and the conjunctions of this physical body, how this shit operates, how this shit hold hands together. All right. So now that we have this in clarity, let's run this through all the way. We know that we can have the understanding between sight and vision. We know that sight is determining on the physical 2 eyeballs. But true vision is utilizing the mind as a conscious mechanism to interpret thought. And interpretation of thought, we create pictures because words are derived from pictures. So we don't have to really say all the affirmations all day. Those are great because I say mine too. In addition to that, we can add the understanding of creating a positive mental image. A positive mental image allows us to have more words to say. You understand? Because the image has more than 1,000 words. You dig? So just like our brother over here, John or Josh, whatever his name was, I apologize, brother. I'm going to write your name down next time so I remember it. John right here, he was over here in today's dimension. He was looking at shit from where it's at right now. And you can't even see past your circumstance when you're focusing on it that much. You can't be focused on a circumstance that much if you want to see beyond it, see to the next level of it. You have to actually accept where it's at right now, but don't accept where it's at in your space of mind. You got to accept where it's going in the space of mind and pay attention to where it's at. That's basically how this shit really works. And I showed y'all how it really works by understanding the lamp condenser, the rotating shutter of a projector. Right? Now I could open the Bible and told y'all this easily, but then those words, if you didn't do the work, then you're just going to be in church. But I don't need y'all to be in church. I need y'all to be speaking in church. Y'all got to be speaking in the church or the temple of God. This is the temple of God I'm in right now. I'm in the temple of God over here. You in the temple of God over there. So you got to be able to announce to your church the new vision. That's where you got to move yourself forward. You understand? You got to give yourself the foreword right before your story. What is the shit that you're seeing right before the page open up? You got to decide that. And I'm telling y'all right now, because this is a real stuff. Like, nobody told me to get on here and do this. And if y'all say nobody's a person, nobody's God, because I listen to myself. And myself is God. So I just felt like doing this because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to reiterate the entire projection illustration. And I wanted to bring it to y'all in another form of clarity because the last video I had a lot of interjections from my own self into the video. And they were not myself in the sense of David. I'm talking about it was still God, but it was more so high energy. So I wanted to just calm it down a little bit, give y'all another take. I'm just playing right now. I'm just having fun, honestly. So that's it. I didn't talk to y'all about this. The lens is... I didn't say nothing about the lens, and I'm not going to show up over here like I have a combination or correlation with every single. I don't got it like that. I got it how I got it. And I could say that the lens, though, is your openness to another possibility right now. Do you have openness to another possibility right now? How would you like to see things? How would you prefer to have your life experience? What are some things that you would desire to experience looking forward? See, these are some questions you got to ask yourself. Because when you, okay, let me give y'all this key. When you see something in this physical reality that don't align with the higher mind that you are, you got to speak into the condition. Even if you don't say anything, you must see out of the condition. You understand? So use what you see as a pointer, as a reminder to tap in with your projector. What am I projecting right now? What am I projecting right now? What am I projecting right now? I know this might be a little discomforting, but what am I projecting about this right now? I know this is not what I want exactly, but what am I projecting right now? So, ask those questions, find your answers, paint your picture. This your movie. Let's have fun with it. And look, make sure you crystallize the thoughts in your space. Because it's very easy to get out the chair of the producer. You're producing a movie, but it's really easy to get out the chair sometimes if you do not tailor your situation to remind you to stay in your seat. So start using the shit around you to remind you to get in the producer seat and say, what am I creating? How am I envisioning this shit? You understand? What am I seeing out of this? Oh, you brought me carrots, potatoes, curry powder, green onions, regular onions, sweet onions, red onions. Y'all done brought me all these ingredients, life. What do I project out of this? You understand? See the little things in your life like the ingredients that they are. And say, what am I going to mix this shit into? What is my projection of this? And as you ask these questions, you're going to get them answers. Because that's how it works. You got to call and an answer comes. Hold up. Oh, okay. So we're going to help people heal their trauma? Yes. I see it. Well, what do I see out of this? Oh, well, we're going to actually use this as a showcase so people know how to deal with their trauma. Yes. Okay. Whatever it is, call and the answer comes. You dig what I'm saying? Trust, believe, and hold your belief. Because it's yours. But choose what you believe. Let me also say this. It's not hard to believe. Because we do that on accident. People believe we believe on a regular basis. You can't stop a human from believing. But you got to choose what you believe in. You understand? Do you believe in the projection that you created? Well, then you would be saying, I believe in my dream, because that's what they call it. But then when you say the word dream, based on the context people have, it's not something that we can hold in our hand. So there's the reason why I have to come with a different collaboration, got to come with a different avenue to tell y'all the same thing, so that y'all can open your mind to a same resonance of the end result. It's hard to tell people to dream nowadays because there's so much shit in their eyeballs. They think about what they seen. And I know, man, because I'm there with y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. And I said I wanted this video to be shorter, and it wasn't. I said I wanted to hit this bitch in 15 minutes, and I didn't. And I'm okay. With my voice sounding a little bit, Anyways, I appreciate y'all, man. Smile, love, and feel that. You dig what I'm saying? You deserve it. Not only do you deserve it, because before you ever deserved it, you was always worthy. So with that being said, remember you're worthy. Remember that you are worthy of every mental picture that you desire. Not the pictures that they point for you to look at, because I don't want those. But you're worthy for every single one that you create as the creator that you are. Yeah. Hey, that shit was fun. Hey, look out for the next video, family, because y'all already know what I'm bringing. It's what's good, and that's all I know. So I'm going to talk to y'all some more. Peace.